Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Matrix Dialogues. God, I should slow that down. It's me, your host. We're here today, episode 29. The big homie.
Yo.
Gonna do some wild gay shit after this, like go for a run.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna run away. Yeah,
That's too bad you're not faster than me, so you ain't getting very far.
that's crazy.
Damn, tragic. I guess we'll just jump into it, bro. I won't burn too much. When you were growing up, what did success look like to you when you were growing up?
Damn, that's a hard one.
Like when you were a kid, when you look at other people and you thought like, damn, I wanna be like that, or something that you found yourself envisioning?
As shitty as it's gonna be, I'd say I fantasize about like having this, having that, like materialistic stuff, you know? And like obviously as I got older, like that changed drastically.
Yeah.
But just seeing people in like, you know, the cars that you wanted, right? Like even as a little kid, like you always thought like the supercars were cool that you saw in movies. I was like, dang, I want that car, you know, or like seeing people like with that big of a house. Like,
yeah.
Of course, like that's what success looked like to me.
Why do you think that was though? Was that from a lack of things?
Yeah, I think that was just from a lack of not having that, you know, like I remember living with my mom, right? So this was back in Atlanta. This was 2007, bro. And every time like, which this is not her fault at all. Like she tried her hardest, right? Like they would, I'm sure you went through this. Your parents asked you like what you wanted for Christmas, and then you like wrote down your Christmas list. You expected everything on that list, right? As a kid, you know?
Maybe.
And
yeah.
Sometimes like some Christmas, like you won't get none of the stuff on that list. You'll probably get like maybe one. But there was one thing on that list that like you really wanted more than everything else on that list, right? Yeah. So the one thing that didn't get on that list, it kind of just like hurt a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess like, and I'm going to another thing too, like growing up, like I started to hate Christmas because every time I would ask for something or write down.
Did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so like I said, that changed over the years as far as like what success looked like to me, because I guess that made me think like, dang, like, okay, if my parents, like people that I looked up to when I was a kid, if they can't get it for me, can I get it for myself? You know, is it possible? You know, or is it just like a fake it thing? You know, but yeah.
So just it looked more like stuff.
Yeah,
having things.
Yeah, and that sounds so bad to say, bro.
I don't think it is. That's why I asked, like, what do you think it's from? Because it's similar for me. Just a lack of having things.
Yeah.
You know, we were super poor and didn't have much, and so I think big on the idea of wanting more stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because just again from a lack.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I don't think it's bad. Again, like you've learned, like, okay, hey, like it's still cool. I mean, I still like nice shit.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not everything.
Yeah.
Right. And again, with time, you kind of learn that, yeah, it's not that maybe they didn't want to. Just you learn like money's a thing. And
yeah, exactly.
Limitations of financial resources. And
what did it look like to you? Like what was?
I think similar, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, why do people have a nicer home, drive a nicer car?
Yeah.
You know, like why can people I go to school with like can have this pair of shoes or this kind of clothes, and like I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like ankle socks were big when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And like I used to roll my socks down.
Bro, I used to roll my socks up. Up to my knees if I could, bro. It was bad.
But like that was when like ankle socks were trending, but like we couldn't afford to buy ankle socks.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, no, you already got socks.
Okay.
And so I'd roll my shit down so I could have like ankle socks like everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Struggles like that, you know? So I think it looked similar in the way of like,
because you didn't want to be perceived as a kid who like, who couldn't be like them almost in a way.
You know, as a kid, you just want to fit in, man.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You want to be able to have friends and just fit in. So I think, for me, it probably looked very similar. I know you play football. What kind of role did that shape? Or what role did that play in shaping like your identity early on?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. So it's a long story, by the way. So I got into football. This was around, I want to say I was like 8 to 12 years old. It was like Pee Wee football. I think I just wanted to be active. Like I grew up watching NFL, like Ray Lewis, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try. I wanted to be like those guys.
Mm.
It was me and my brother. But I was always afraid of contact. Like I'd get in the pads, like I'll put on the fits, like the same fits that Ray Lewis wore, like all these NFL players, but like I was semi afraid of contact. Like I would hit you, but if you were bigger than me, I wasn't gonna touch you.
Yeah.
You know, like you, like it was like almost like a, what's the word? Like you had this, it was like, I guess scared, right?
Yeah. Fear, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I grew up playing football. At the time, I didn't like it. I don't know. I guess because I wanted to be somebody. Like I wanted to be Ray Lewis or be the people that I saw on TV, right?
Mm.
But I never liked it. So I think at the age of 13, I got punched in my mouth, like during a drill, like by this huge kid. I think we got in trouble one day at practice, and they made us go against like the 14U. Keep in mind, we're like 8, bro. So I'm getting like punched in my mouth. Like I've never been hit that hard before in my life. So I remember this vivid moment. I went up to the fence. Like I felt like my head was spinning when I got punched in the mouth. My mom, she was outside of the fence, and I was like, I don't want to play this sport anymore. Like I hate it. I was crying, bro. Like I was like, I'm scared. Like I don't want to play this. I don't like it. So I stopped playing football for about up until high school, bro. I was just playing basketball. So from Pee Wee football, I went to basketball. I'm sure have you ever heard of Upward before? Mm-hmm. No, it's like it's the same thing. So it's like your church Pee Wee league for basketball. So I played basketball, and then I went into this transitioning of wanting to be like LeBron James. You know, just like people. We'll get into that later, but I wanted to be like LeBron James or Dwayne Wade, like back when, you know, the Heats were popping off. Came to a realization that I didn't like basketball because I miss hitting people. And that stemmed from just anger, I guess, you know, like not being seen, I guess, you know? So what was it? So I started playing football back in high school, and I fell in love with it ever since. But so, yeah.
So you'd say it played kind of a pivotal role in shaping how things move forward for you, or
for sure.
Maybe sports as a whole kind of being an outlet for you as a way to either find value or meaning or purpose in some way.
It led me to realize that there's a lot of wisdom, you know, like of course, like you got to work hard in order to receive what you want, right?
For sure.
And I guess no matter how hard you work, like the scoreboard is going to dictate that, right? I guess shaping how it shaped my work ethic. Like to this day, like, you know, I'm sure you've handled this throughout the Marines or Army, right? Did I get that right? Yeah. You always had that coach or drill sergeant like yelling in your ear, you know, come on, do this, right? So even to this day, like even with like working out and stuff like that, like I still hear that voice, right? That come on, like one more, like keep doing it. And that could be a bad thing or a good thing. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know.
I think I'm a little older than you, so I think it's in how you use it.
Yeah.
I think learning to properly weaponize it, be something powerful, to be something useful.
Now, sometimes I feel like it gets a little too extreme. Like, I'm sure you've went through this as well. Like, you're running off 3 hours of sleep, but then you told yourself, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and go work out, but you get 3 hours of sleep. And it's like, the smart thing to do is get rest. Mm-hmm. But you have this coach in your ear, like, get up, like you should have planned earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of toxic, but I mean, then again, like I'm still trying to figure out if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's all in how you use it.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, smart thing there would be obviously to say, okay, well, like I'm gonna take the rest.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna take the time off, and that's pivotal. Like, I mean, you need to do that, or just only like limited ability to have gains.
Exactly.
You know, but there are times where, you know, I've ran on 3.5, 4 hours of sleep and had just as good of a run.
Okay.
You know, and so again, like there's a time to keep the promises you make to yourself. You say you're going to do something, you should do it.
Yeah.
You know, but then there's also a time, like you said, too. You know, I mean, there's plenty of times where I'm like, I said I was going to get up at 7.
Yeah.
I'm all, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Like I need some rest.
Yeah.
You know, and so I can in certain situations silence it. Or be like, hey, like, yeah, I hear you, but it's not relevant right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's just with time.
Yeah. I mean,
more reps.
But is it still a healthy thing? Like, let's say, like, obviously you and I, we're deep into fitness. Like, we're big into fitness, whatever. So we use that to keep us going through our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like, I remember I dealt with this like a few months ago, right? a girlfriend. Like obviously I have a girlfriend for a reason, to spend time with her, to make her feel, cherished and special. But there was times where I was putting working out over her, over spending time with her. Even if we made plans before, I made plans to work out. Like I'd be like, no, I gotta go work out. Like I don't want to miss a day, or even with working on the business, like there was times where I would go work out instead of designing, knowing I need to get a design done by this time. So that's where, I've gotten better with it. I've learned to, I wouldn't say plan around it, but accept that working out doesn't need to be who I am, but take that with a grain of salt, right? So it doesn't need to consume me. Like it doesn't need to go hard, go strong, lift.
Yeah.
I have people that I love. I have people that I care about. I just
sure.
it's finding that balance. I guess you say. But
I'm pretty mean on balance, but I'm probably not the person.
See,
I think like it's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
If you're in the like early stages of a business, like balance kind of doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
And once the business is up and running, like, okay, yeah, now it's the time for like, okay, I can pull back a little bit. I can have people I can delegate things to. I can, I can step back a bit. But yeah, when you're in
that beginning part, it's just like full throttle. Yeah. You're going to feel like shit. Like
if you're in, you're in 10 weeks, you're in prep and you're 10 weeks from a show, it's like, it's not really time to be chilling.
Exactly.
Like you have to be like dialed in, right? So it's like, what's balance? Like, oh, well, it'd be nice if we could go get dinner. It's like, yeah, well, okay, I'll see you in 2 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But like balance is so circumstantial. Right now, you just came off a bodybuilding show or you just came off like a really good, profitable quarter or a year or whatever. Like, yeah, okay, you can like, you can relish in that and you can enjoy and you can take some time not to, just enjoy the fruits of your labor.
So how do you turn that off whenever, I guess in your case, let's say bodybuilding show, right? Let's say you're going through prep, you get to the show, after the show, how do you turn that off? Because you have some people who, they don't know how to turn it off, like they just want to keep going, keep the same routine, but it becomes unhealthy, So how do you?
I'm probably the worst person to ask, honestly.
Yeah.
I struggle holistically to turn it off with running or with work or with even the podcast. I'll be like, no, I need to edit, even though I may have like an episode already done.
Yeah.
Or more stuff. Like I may have reels already ready and I'm like, no, I need to. Like I need to get better. I need to do whatever. And the great answer, I guess, is like you kind of get it with time, but again, it's circumstantial. It also depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Like don't expect. I think the problem a lot of people run into is they let other people dictate what they do when they don't have the same desires as them. And I'll give you an example.
So purpose driven. Right?
Yeah. Okay. But like, so if you so you're like, damn, I like the way Austin runs. Like I want to be a runner like him.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow his training. Like tell me exactly how many runs you did at what pace, how many miles a week. Like you copied it all.
Yeah.
But then the end formula, like, so you think you have the formula the same as me. It's like, but you have certain inputs of it. But what's different is like what drove me there.
Yeah.
What made me get up every day and do that.
Exactly.
Versus what's making you do that is two different things. So the outcome, the equation after the answer at the end of the equal sign is different.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what drove me to do those things a certain way is not the same thing that was driving you. Yeah. Even though you did the exact same training as me, you did the same amount of weight, same amount of reps, same amount of sets.
Yeah.
Great. But what made you do it and what made me do it were two different things.
Yeah, exactly.
So then the outcome will still be different. It's like, because the people that you're really admiring, like, oh, I want to be like them or whatever, it's like, even if you mimic their formula, it's still not the exact same because what drives them is different.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what, I don't know, man, it's, if they don't have what you want, it doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah. I guess.
And if you really want to have a fashion brand that's at that echelon, who are people who don't have that to tell you how to manage it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it's like, no, like this is everything to me. And they're like, yeah, but you work too much. It's like, because it doesn't mean that to you. Yeah. Like,
what is too much?
Yeah. Because it's not how they view how you should work. Exactly. But they also aren't pursuing that thing that means the same thing.
Yeah. I remember, so it's funny because my friend yesterday said this quote, and I'm going to twist it a little bit. So he said, a person with a lot of money doesn't have a lot of time, and a person with a lot of time doesn't have a lot of money. But I want to twist that. I was thinking about it on the way here. A person who doesn't have a purpose has a lot of time. A person who has a purpose doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was
no, it's true. It's there's a similar one that I like by Chris Williams where he talks about similar. He mentions purpose, but he says, men who primarily he speaks about it with men, but men whose life is filled with purpose, they basically saying that, if a man's life is filled with purpose, like he has a good life, but then it's like the absence of pleasure.
Yeah.
Right. But then it's like a man whose life is solely focused on pleasure, he has no purpose.
Yeah.
That's actually the quote. A man whose life is filled with pleasure, he has no purpose.
Yeah.
But then Chris presents the opposite. He's like, I think there's a different brand of people who have only purpose and don't ever enjoy anything.
Yeah. I think I'm in that state right now. And I don't even know if I said that quote right. Let's hope it makes sense.
No, it does.
I feel like I repeated the same thing, but you get what I was saying.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at that stage right now where I'm so driven by my purpose and by what I want to do with the brand that like I can't enjoy it. Like even when I take a break or a pause, like let's say I go out with my girlfriend or go out with some friends, like I'm still thinking about, okay, how am I going to do this when I get home? How am I going to edit this video? How am I going to do this design? Like I can't look at things like a normal person does. Like I'll look at something like, okay, how can I apply that to my business? Or how can I use that for the design? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I guess in a way it's enjoyable for me because it's helping me grow something that working on, I guess, but I'm like driven by,
Yeah.
So, but then again, is it a bad thing? Like, you think?
Is it bad to you?
See, I don't know because it's like,
well, that's what we have to figure out first.
Yeah, because it's like, okay,
anybody else's voice or opinion is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because if it feels right to you, if it's what you want to do.
Yeah. And like, I look at everything like a business, bro. Like,
you should.
Down to how they operate. Like, okay, let's say if I go out to eat, that person's not moving he's not moving fast enough. Like, I would change that. Yeah. Right. Or like, if I'm looking at a menu, it's too much, I would condense it into pictures. Like, it's just but it's like, it's supposed to be like a flip on and flip off type thing. Like,
you have to learn how to turn it off.
Yeah. And I think I'm still trying to.
Because like you can find yourself in this position where you're always upset or annoyed or like, I don't know, just in this state of like, ugh.
Yeah. Disgust.
Yeah. Because you're like, it's like, but you're seeking that.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to critique. It's like, now if you do that with clothes, because like that's where you spend your time.
I'm like a diva when it comes to clothes.
But that's okay, right? Because like that's your area.
Yeah.
Right, but then when you go to a restaurant, it's like, you need to be able to
turn it off because it's like, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. It's not your shit, right? So it's
like today, bro, Kayla and I went to the mall. I tried on these jeans and like, bro, I was like a girl in there. Like, I was like, they don't fit right. The front rise it's not too up. It's like, the back rise is like, it's too tall. Like, I need to be like this. And the guy was looking at me. He was like, bro, do you want the jeans or not?
Yeah,
Right,
what are you doing?
And I'm like, let me turn it off. All right. Yeah, I'll get these. Yeah. Let me just stop being a diva. So.
Yeah, and like I mean, I'm that way with like tech and like coding stuff and stuff with business too for me, where it's like, I could. So like I work a lot in process improvements, like building around enhancing a business processes.
Yeah,
and I'm always like, oh my god, like I go anywhere and I'm like, fuck, like they would just do this, like they could move this faster or this would take so long, and I'm like, oh my god, let me fucking shut it off. Like,
it almost turns into like outward thing, like
because there's always things that could be better.
Yeah, like. Right. I guess go back to the restaurant thing. Like, you're thinking about it internally, but like you accidentally like outward your emotions about it. Mm-hmm. You don't mean to, but like that person thinks you're coming off rude, and it's like, like
I'm not trying to be a dick all the time.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, but yeah,
I get you, bro. So getting into Ole Miss, I'm curious about that. What did that feel like mentally, emotionally?
I'm not gonna lie.
Not the experiences of, but the like, damn,
like getting into Ole Miss, like
yeah.
freshman year, I guess, from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's start from why I wanted to go to Ole Miss. Okay, so everybody, my senior year, they were going to play football. So they were going to this college to play football, and I was like, fuck, I feel like I need to go somewhere to play football. Like, all my friends are doing it, why not me? Like, I don't want to go to just a random school or not go to school at all. Like, I want to go to somewhere big and play football because everybody else is going somewhere big and play football. So I was like, you know what? I had a friend at the time he committed to Ole Miss. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if he can like help me out. Maybe I can possibly walk on and go to Ole Miss. So I applied to the school. I was just gonna go there and walk on, whatever. It was me and one of my best friends. His name's Timmy, and we applied to Ole Miss. He got in, and I remember. So as a high school athlete, you don't really care about grades. You do just enough to get by, right? Yeah. So I did just enough to get by.
I didn't fail. Yeah, I could play.
Exactly. So I mean, my grades weren't like 4.0, but they also weren't like 1.8. They were like 2.8, 2.9. You know, just like scratch the surface. So I remember when I applied to Ole Miss, people kept saying like, "Oh, you're going to like a dummy school, or like a party school, whatever." And I was like, "Man, I really hope I get in." Like, a GPA like a 2, like I thought you need like a 3 something in order to like stand out to these schools, but people kept telling me, "No, you're gonna get in, like you'll be fine." Mm-hmm. So I applied and I was waiting, and my friend got in before me. So I'm like, my heart's beating, bro. I'm like, bro, what if I don't get in? Like, am I gonna be the only one that like doesn't go to a school? I'm just basically like, you're hoping that you fit in, right?
Yeah, still searching that like want to fit.
Exactly. So I remember one time I was at the car wash, and I was applying to jobs just in case I didn't get in. You know, I was like, what if I got to stay home for an extra year? And I get a call from, I think it was like maybe the counseling office. I forgot.
Like admissions office?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I don't know why I said counseling. They're like, hey, like we received your application. You got accepted. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Thank you so much. Like, it felt like a dream come true. Like it literally, like that was a school I wanted to go to. People in my family, they didn't go to big schools. Like they went to like little colleges. Like if they did, it was like a 2-year college.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God. Like I called my friend. I was like, bro, I got in. Like we're good. Like we're roommates. Like I was just so excited. So yeah, so I guess that first year, bro, I was experiencing everything. Not in a bad way, not drugs. Yeah, not in a bad way. Yeah. But I was experiencing everything. I remember the first like week, no, we had to go for orientation. And like, bro, it was so beautiful. Like I felt like I was like, I don't know, just like Disneyland to me. Like just being somewhere. I was so nervous, by the way, like really fucking nervous. It was just something new. Like I'm like, what is it? What's the word? Used to like my hometown. Yeah. So I'm used to that small bubble. So going to like a new state with a new community, a school that's like what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? It was just like a culture shock. I remember orientation, we got there. In high school, I partied a lot. Like I was drinking, I was doing that stuff. My mom's probably gonna watch this and be like, what the fuck? I don't care. Yeah, I was drinking. Yeah. So orientation, we get there, we go out to the bars. And again, thinking that I needed to fit in, right? Yeah. So I didn't know what to wear. I didn't know how to be myself. Like I'm used to wearing like the jeans, like the normal shirt, Jordans, whatever, just normal outfit, whatever. But again, I'm thinking, you know, going out, I'm like, all right, frat people are going to be here, sorority people are going to be here. I need to wear khakis and some freaking Sperry's and a polo. Bro, that's not me.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like you, bro.
Yeah, bro. So I wore that shit and me. I just felt, yeah, exactly. I felt so uncomfortable, bro. Like, it was just weird. Like, I was having fun, but it wasn't me. I was like, what the fuck am I wearing? Like, this isn't me. I'm just doing this to fit in. Like, I'm talking how they talk, you know, not doing the stuff that they do, but talking how they talk. I was like, bro, this isn't me. But nevertheless, like, over the time that changed. Like, I started to step into who I wanted to become. Still dealing with, like, is that called imposter syndrome? That's not.
I mean, a little bit, but I think it's more just not being true to yourself. Like you knew you were doing things that weren't you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think imposter syndrome applies more to when you're like, you're trying to step into something that you want to become and you're just not there yet. So it feels a little like nuanced, a little different.
I guess I was...
this isn't even what you really wanted.
Yeah.
So
that first year was cool. A lot of partying. I strictly went there, like obviously it's school, but I didn't give a fuck about school. Like, yeah, I'll go to classes, but like I didn't give a shit about it. Like after we get out of class, bro, we're going to the bar. Like just meeting people. Like I'm an extrovert. I love meeting new people. So doing that was like my main focus, just like being around people. I was not focused on school, bro. I think my first year, my GPA was shit. It was like a 2.6, right? Yeah. In college, that's horrible, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went into my sophomore. No, I didn't. Yeah, before I went into my sophomore year, I still want to play football. So this is the part where walk-on trials is coming up. So I met two of my buddies, Jay and Zoe, and in my head, I was like, okay, I want to be a football player. Like playing at this level of football, SEC, like it sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
But was I willing to do what it took to become a Ole Miss football player? Sometimes. Like I would tell myself, yeah, I'm working out, you know, or I would tell myself, yeah, I'm working out in the rain because it sounded good, right?
Yeah.
When people ask me, oh, you play football? Yeah, I play football. Knowing damn well I didn't play football yet, right? So two of my buddies who were working out, they're working out hard, bro. Like they were routine, getting up after class, going to work out, like repetitive. I would show up sometimes. I was always oh, I'm tired, bro. Like I'm gonna come out there later, you know, just like, but in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna play football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that you had to work for it. So we get to the tryouts, bro, and I'm like thinking it's gonna be like, you know, your typical drills. I just gotta do drills like we did back in high school. I'll be cool. Bro, we get to the first tryout, we line up on the line and we just started running, like conditioning work. That was the fucking tryout.
Yeah.
So I remember we did I think we did like 800-yard sprints. That was it. That was literally the whole tryout, just to see if you were conditioned enough.
Yeah. Easiest way to break people off.
Yeah,
see
bro.
if they're in shape or not.
So I show up in like some cleats, like a tight shirt, some little shorts, trying to look muscular, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the whole tryout. Just 8 110s. And bro, when I tell you on the third, because it was like once you ran down, turn around, put your feet behind, go again. Like it wasn't no break, no water, no break, nothing. Like you can't put your hands on your hips, hands on your head, nothing. You have to stand there and take it. To that third sprint, bro, I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to quit. Like this is, I've never been this uncomfortable. Like in high school, like you take breaks, get water, cool. Wasn't giving us shit, bro. He was yelling. I felt like I was in the Marines. I was like, what the fuck is going on? My buddy, I'm looking at him, bro, he's standing like a champ. Like he's ready. Yeah, he's ready because he trained for it, right? Like I'm sure he told himself like he's gonna play football, but he knew what it took. Me, I'm over here living off of fantasy, right? But I completed the workout, but bro, I was dead. Like
laughed.
Dead. I think I was like, bro, I was fat too, because I was drinking all the time. Like I was like heavy 260. Like not good though. But I mean, I still had muscle on me because of high school football, but just your typical freshman 15 is what they called it. Yeah. Bro, I was dead. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh yeah, I completed it. So I definitely made the team. Like, I'll be good. Like, they need me. Like, or not need me, but like, I'll be good. Like, I completed it, so I'll be good. Not realizing that they were...
So you made it through the workout. You're thinking, I'm in.
Yeah. So I was thinking that I was in... me and my buddies who were texting about it. They were like, well, it was weird because I'm hyped after the workout, like thinking I made it. Like, I tricked myself into thinking like, oh yeah, I made it. And they were so calm. Like, they were like... They didn't say like, oh, we made it too. They were just calm. Like, they were like, I guess they were accepting like if they didn't make it, they'd be fine. If they made it, cool. They worked for it, right?
Yeah.
But me, oh, I made it. I completed the workout, cool. Some time go by. My buddy, he gets a call. Hey, like, we want you to come back, get your helmet fitting or something like that. So basically he made it. I'm like, oh, you made it, like, cool. Like I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, you know, hyping your buddy up. Second one, he got his call. You know, hey, I want you to come get your helmet fitting. You know, congratulate him. Happy for him. Yo, Jermaine, you got yours yet? Nah, not yet, bro. I think they're going to call me tomorrow. Just waiting. Next day comes, 2 days passes. Hey, you got your call yet? Nah, not yet, bro. I don't know what's going on. Let me just go up there and talk to him. Worst fucking mistake I ever did. Go up there and talk to him, bro. And like, yeah, we already got the guys that we needed. Fucking, that felt like a heartbreak, bro. That felt like my body got cold. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, yeah, no worries. After I just told everybody that I communicated with at Ole Miss when I first got there, yeah, I play football. Yeah, I'm going to play football this season. Yeah, I'm going to be good. Like, play linebacker, XYZ, whatever. And then you have to go up to these people when season starts. Bro, I thought you're supposed to be out there. That's embarrassing, bro. That is embarrassing, right? So I dealt with that for a little bit. I wasn't depressed, right? I was still, even though I didn't take no for an answer. Just because I talked to one coach, there's several more I can talk to. Because what if he just gave me the wrong information, right?
Yeah.
So as weeks go on, I'm going up there every day, talking to multiple coaches. Hey, are you gonna have another tryout? what went wrong? Like, what didn't you guys see? Like, and then of course they give you like some bullshit excuse because they don't want to hurt your feelings, right? But I'm still in my head. I have to prove these people that I'm gonna play football. I have to prove myself I'm gonna play football. I even told my grandpa, my mom, my dad, everybody, bro. Told them I was gonna play football for Ole Miss. So everybody's waiting. They're just waiting.
Mm.
And I don't know. I felt embarrassed. Like, I know in my family they were still gonna support me either way, but having to lie to people and say, yeah, I'm not going to play football this season, right? I was lying to people, but I was still telling myself I'm going to play football, right? But I'm not working as if I still have a chance to play football. I'm still doing the same shit, still going out every Friday, every Saturday, still drinking. So I'm not working as if I need to play football. I'm thinking to myself, I need to play football. But yeah, that's how freshman year went. And then we can get into how, I guess, sophomore, juniors went, but yeah, I'll let you continue.
I think, I'll just skip to the one that I do know about because I'm kind of what ultimately led to you walking away collectively from football. And was there a moment that you kind of questioned who you'd be without a sport, without being an athlete?
So yeah, that was junior year. So that was end of sophomore year. So that was the last tryout, the second tryout. In that case, I made the team. I worked my ass off. Mm-hmm. Told people again, hey, I'm going to play football. People believed me. Some people, they just thought I was full of shit. Mm-hmm. Made the team, technically. But got a call back. Hey, you made the team, but we can't bring you in because your grades, man. Like, you're slipping. You need to bring that up before we can discuss anything about football, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And at that point, I couldn't do anything because school's almost over. So you're going into summer. I can't do anything with my fucking grades. I got to wait till after the next season. So technically, I'm about to be a junior. So in reality, if I want to play football, I technically only have one more year. Mm. So that one hit harder than the first time because knowing that I worked hard, but it was something on the back end that I was fucking missing, my grades, right? I thought they wanted this perfect athlete. They didn't give a shit about the grades because that's how it was in high school, right? Be a good athlete, we'll take care of the rest. Be a subpar student, right? Mm-hmm. College, they need everything. You better be a fucking great student, great athlete, great person off the field. They want the whole thing. Yeah. But one thing on the back end I was missing. So it led to me like stepping away from football. I talked to a friend of mine, his uncle, who was technically like a mentor to me. And we went out to dinner one day and he was like, are you sure you want to play football? Like, is football your thing? I was like, yeah, like I love like football. Working out's my thing. He's like, you said working out's your thing. You see how you didn't say football's your thing? He was like, what if you went into like bodybuilding or something? Like, just work it out. Like, you've always like worked out. Like, you always talked about working out. You never mentioned football. Like, you never, like, whenever we talked, you never led the conversation with football, right? And back then, bro, if you gave me a fucking playbook and asked me to read, I promise you I didn't know what the fuck was going on that paper, right? I just wanted to play football because it looked good to everyone else. He's like, what if you just got into working out and just did bodybuilding or something? I was like, I love working out, but it's not who I am. Like, that's not me. He was like, okay. Are you creative? Like, I was like, yeah, I used to draw when I was like 12, but I stopped because like it got boring. It was just like, it wasn't a thing to do. Like, it didn't look good. Like, who gives a shit what looks good? Like, if you like it, if you love doing it, if it gets you away from the world, keep fucking doing it, right? Don't do something because you need validation from other people. So when he said that, it made me think like, damn, all these years, bro, I just wanted validation. Yeah. I just want to be validated by my friends, people I didn't know, who I just met. Like I said, I'm an extrovert. I just wanted validation. I never actually took the time to create something, work on something that allowed me to escape from the world and didn't care about validation. I just did it because I loved it, which was creating, drawing. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to get into art and all that stuff. So yeah, basically I just wanted validation. I didn't want to do the whole purpose-driven thing, right? He was like, bro, just try it. He was like, what if you make clothes? Like, just something just to create. Like, you can make people wear it if you need validation, right?
Mm.
I was like, not a bad idea. Because growing up, I couldn't afford the things that I wanted, right? So I looked up to all these artists, you know, that had the chains or the clothes, whatever. I couldn't afford the things that I wanted, even when it came down to clothing. Like, whenever I would go shopping with my mom, oh, I want that. Put that back. We can't get that, right? So it wasn't a bad idea. And I was like, damn, you're right. Okay, cool. So I went home, started, and it just came back instantly, bro. No practice. Like, as soon as I started drawing, golden. Like, it was just like 12 years off drawing. It just came back naturally. Mm-hmm. And that's what led me to get into my first business, which was clothing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the only part I'm still a little curious about is like, did you have kind of a point where you were nervous, skeptical of walking away from sport? Were you kind of worried about the identity or?
Yeah, I was more nervous about what people would think of me. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to get made fun of because at the time I was a big guy. Like, you'd have to be drunk or pretty fucking stupid to mess with a big guy. No, I'd say that as humbly as possible. Mm-hmm. But yeah, deep down, like inside, I was worried about what people would think about me. And then I remember this one text I sent my grandfather. I was watching the game. I was at the football game watching the game. And this was at the time where I didn't make the tryout the first time. And I took a picture of the stadium. I think I still have the photo in the text. If I do, I'm going to send it to you. And I said, I promise I will be out here next year. Right? And he sent me a text back. He was like, I know you will. So live it. Like, that was my motivator, right? My grandfather, him sending me that text, that was motivation for me to like work hard. And it sucked because I was missing one little thing on the back end, that one fucking thing that I didn't pay attention to, you know? I was so focused on like working out, being disciplined. I got to work hard at being a great football player. And that one little thing just fucked me up.
Yeah, so I mean, I think there's a couple of things there to wrestle with. One is, I think it's normal, natural to face that uncertainty or that fear, right, of what others think about you. But I think that's also with time, age, maybe, that you realize that you're not as important as you think you are. Yeah. And people are just, they're just too selfish. Yeah. You know, it's like, even if you say some stupid shit, right? Like, people be like, damn, that was stupid. And they'll go right back to thinking about themselves. Yeah. You know? So even if you're like, oh, I was so worried about them, they're gonna be like, oh, damn, he quit. Okay, well, what about my own life? Yeah. You know, like, it's an immediate like deviation right back to oneself.
And it's crazy because the people I was telling this stuff to were people who were going out every weekend. And this is at a part of my life where I wasn't going out as much. I would go out like one day a week. Mm-hmm. But the whole drinking and shit, I stopped that shit, bro. Because I was just so focused on I need to make the fucking team. Yeah, so the people that I was telling this to were still just like your college alcoholics going out every day, really. Every fucking day. I was telling people who were going out every single day. People who didn't give a fuck about anything but just getting drunk and who were they taking home that night. Yeah. So it's like the people that I told this stuff to, did it really matter though? Yeah.
So So then by default, it really didn't matter.
Yeah. And it's like now, and that question you just asked me made me realize something. Looking back on it, it's like, at least I was working towards something. Mm. What the fuck were they working towards? You know? And I'm not like, I don't want to, there's not a specific person, but at least I had a goal in mind, knowing that I wanted to reach that goal. But I think that as I've gotten older, that you can't tell your goals to small-minded people. And I've heard that so many times, and it makes sense now. Like, you can't tell your goals to small-minded people.
You can. It's just the simplest way for it to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You and I talked a little bit the other night when we met up and did that run on strained relationships in family. Yeah. How did that affect you collectively? You think would say it like hardened you, humbled you, maybe both, or has it made you?
So my mom and my grandmother and my grandpa. He's technically my step grandpa, but my grandpa.
Yeah.
They did a very good job at supporting me. Like, no matter what. Anytime I would ask them for something, give it to me right off the bat. Anytime I would call them, pick up. My dad, on the other hand, bro, it felt like he treated our relationship as a job, right? Or not like a job, but more so like it's like a lion raising a cub, and when a cub gets old enough, they don't take care of him no more. Throw him out in the jungle type thing.
Yeah.
Which can have its perks, but can have a lot of cons, you know? So I think I was more so because, then again, this stems from my dad wanted me to play football. So it was more so like trying to prove my dad, hey, I'm going to be the son that you want to be in NFL, because he would always talk about his friend's child. Like, oh, did you see my friend? His son is going to play for the Florida Gators, you know? And I don't think he was doing it as like hey, bro, come on, like, his son's going to play for Florida Gators. I think he should, get on your shit. I don't think he was doing it like that. I think he was just doing it because he wanted to be like his friends. Like, he wanted to go to work and be able to talk to his friends, but hey, my son's going to play for Ole Miss. He just made the team, right? So when I told him the news, I don't think he was hurt by it, but he didn't support me nearly as much as my grandmother, my mom, my grandpa, nearly as much. Now that hurt. That hurt a lot, because it's like we talked about the whole barbershop thing back when we were running, right? I think that started to build some, I wouldn't say anger, but resentment towards him, because anytime I would call him about advice, or not even advice, like just for something, like, hey, Dad, like, I need help with this. Yeah, I got you, son. Like, I'll do it this day. And then that day comes, it doesn't happen. Compared to if I call my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, hey, I need this, like, need you to help with this. I got you. Yeah. When do you need to buy? It was quick, right?
And I just offer that I'm raising a boy to be a man right now. And some of the best lessons I've ever had in my own life have been the times where no one was there to help me. Times where I had to figure it out. Because getting what you want in that moment actually isn't always what you think you want.
Yeah.
Because if I offered this perspective to my son's mom, I said, which one is better? We never let him fall, so he never learns how to get up. Or we let him fall and we kind of like can hold life at bay so he can learn to get up. Because one day he's going to fall and we won't be there to help him up.
Yeah.
Or we won't be able to prevent him from falling.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, so as to where you're like, oh my God, he's falling. Like, I don't enjoy it either when life trips him up or he stumbles or falls down. But it's worse for him to not know how to get up, because inevitably it's going to happen one day.
Yeah.
And so again, now it's like, what's the proper way to teach that? It's like, okay, like that's a collective matter of opinion and timing and circumstance and whatnot. But I don't know, I would make the argument that not having the help in the moment is actually more of a teacher than when you did get it. Because when you got the help, you didn't learn anything. You just learned I know who to call to fix my problems. But you didn't learn how to fix anything. You didn't learn how to manage any problems. You just learned who could solve it for you.
Yeah.
And so as though now, like in the moment, you're like, oh, like he doesn't give a shit. Like he's not there for me. He's not helping me out with anything.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I had a strained relationship with my mom for a long time. Like the better half of until like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm almost 30, so significantly more of my life than not.
How many years exactly? Or
till 26, 27 years.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. Okay. To now where that's debatably my best friend. Like that's the person I'm the closest to in this world. And I've never had that relationship with her till now.
Yeah.
And I used to holistically be like, oh, I didn't learn nothing. If you're that ignorant and you're that naive, then you haven't matured enough. Because I learned so much from her. I learned so many things not to do.
Yeah. And same thing with my dad. Yeah.
And my mom was very much the same way that you described there of I never would call, I never would ask, because it would just it wouldn't happen. But that taught me so many times on how to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
That I didn't need to go to someone else. Like I could figure it out right then. And that knee jerk to call someone else was just my fear, my inability to solve the problem on my own. Yeah. Not the fact that yeah, it's like, oh, maybe she's not helping me. It's like, yeah, maybe not, but how can I now learn to manage this problem myself?
But see, like now it's at a point to where I look at my grandfather as he's my father because like growing up, okay, so the first half of my life, I lived with my mom, right? Second half of my life, I lived with my dad. Anytime, and like I said, we discussed this, but my dad, he will always come home tired working. Completely get it. Maybe not at that time, I didn't get it because, I wanted to spend time with my dad, but I get it. You got to put food on the table. You got to, you got to take care of the family, right? But when you have those moments to where you can be a father, especially like, let's say for an example, if we go on a family vacation, he's there physically. He's not there emotionally or mentally, right? He wants to sleep. Hey, Dad, you want to go out to eat? I don't want to do that. I just want to sit here. Now that I'm thinking about, okay, maybe he needed the rest. But like I said, my grandfather, he's pretty much like my father to me. He was the same way. Like back when, you ever heard of Sports Authority? Okay. I think I don't know if he was a GM or something with the executive board, something like that. But he had a bunch of stores he had to run. Yeah. My dad was a truck driver. So they both had the same kind of the load of work in a way. I guess one wasn't as physical demanding. But my grandfather, he was always busy. So I guess my grandfather, what he realized is that my dad was not being the right father to me. So he kind of stepped into play and just started taking me to work with him. Hey, bud, you want to go to work with me? Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, I get to. He was buying me shit at Sports Authority. Like, he was getting me all the cool, like, sportswear stuff, like the stuff I could wear to practice, school, whatever. Like, just always buying me stuff, bro. And me seeing that, I'm like, dang, I'm spending time with my grandfather. Like, this feels like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's taking me to work with them. I'm like, this is what my dad should be doing, right? So
it's a lot less exciting, though.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You're in a position now and like sitting on the road driving. It's not that exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna get, even if you look from your perspective there, you said was getting bought all this stuff. It's like, well, what's he going to buy you on the road? Snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, it's like, there's an aspect to it. I don't know. I still am, God, I'm losing my voice, fuck. Just the aspect of kind of what I posed to you that night. Yeah. It's like, if you had to create a good man, what would you put him through?
Or you asked me that, or?
Yeah. Probably wouldn't be everything he wanted.
Yeah, sure. The direct opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be probably working way harder and longer to get the same things that other people got.
Yeah.
With not the same resources, so they had to work even harder to appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. But don't you think, like, when you have a son, right, and let's say you got to take them in through the hardest shit just to become the person that you want to become or get the things you want to get. Mm-hmm. Is it right that when you're working towards this stuff that you're also, how do you maintain that relationship with your son without losing it? Because you're so, like my dad, work. But all the work, you're not putting in the work to have that relationship with your son. Yeah. So it's like, the further you get down this line, the further you get away from your son.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see it that way, though. It's a perspective thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like, what was he raised like? Was he given that? Was that how he was taught to think? Or was he most people are just repeating the same thing they had?
Yeah. It's crazy because my grandfather, his father, who passed 5 years ago, I think he had a lot of strokes. So he put a lot of pressure on his brain. He wasn't there all the time, right? So he wasn't there mentally. But it was weird. I had a better relationship with my grandfather than I did with my dad. And my grandfather, he couldn't say a word. Like he literally could not talk. It was weird. Like just being in the presence of my grandfather when I was a little kid felt like I just had a crazy relationship with him. Like, even though he couldn't talk, like he spoke with his eyes. So like, if he thought something was funny, you could see it in his eyes, It was weird. Like, I don't know, but like I never got that out of my father. So, but I don't think my father got that out of his dad because it became to a point within my grandfather the last years. My grandfather, he was at a nursing home, but my dad he would never go see him. Like, why are you not going to see your own father?
Why would you not go see your dad? Flip it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
There's a couple of things I can tell you about with being a little older than you that I've learned hard and fast. Time will change you.
Yeah, for sure.
To an unbelievable level. Like what you care about right now, we'll talk in 7 years, it will not be the same things.
Yeah.
Now times that by 15 years or 20 years or 40 years from now. Right? So your dad or you as a father at, say you have a kid in 5 years, you at 27, 28, 29 versus you at 65, they won't even be the same person, not even close. Right? But that version of you that's tough, hard, and work.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to spend time with my girl right now because I'm trying to work on the business. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Well, it's like add a child to that mix.
Yeah.
What if it's the same focus? What if it's that? Fast forward 45 years, you're in a nursing home. Why wouldn't your son want to see you?
And I think it's like I've developed, which I'm trying to think if this is a toxic thing or a good thing. But I have a realization of what I'm going to do later. But you can let me know your opinion on this. So my relationship that I have with my dad, which is non-existent, is fueled to where I want to go in life. So I guess pushing my business, right? Or spending time with my loved ones. So anytime I get complacent, lazy, I want to do this stuff, I think of my dad, of the type of person he was to me. So it's like, right now I feel lazy. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go, let's say, to the mall with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And my dad felt the same way towards me. Fuck it, I need to get up and go to the mall with my girlfriend because my dad wasn't that person to me. Yeah. Or work. My dad was a work, but I need to learn how to work while also having that relationship with my friends, my family, everybody else, because I don't want to be like my dad. And another thing that my father dealt with is he brought work home. So he brought the stresses from his job home. And I got to a point to where he was doing that so much, I snapped on him. I was like, you need to stop taking that shit out on me. And I was like 17, bro. And I was like, you need to stop taking that shit out on me. Because I got to a point to where I was like, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I just wanted to talk to you when you got home from work. You just had a fucking attitude. So I snapped. And now I'm in my life to where when I'm working on stuff and I get stressed and my girlfriend comes home and she don't know the type of person she's going to get when she walks through the door. She's expecting a loving boyfriend. I remember a couple months ago, whenever I would get home from work, back when I was working from Lowe's, and I would just be stressed the fuck out, bro. Like, I was so tired, dude. And she'd come home, hey, like, you want to go out? No, I don't. So it got to a point where she started not coming home happy because she knew who she was going to get when she came home. So when I started seeing that, I checked myself. Like, fuck, I'm turning into my dad. I'm turning into my father, right? So I immediately called my grandfather. I said, I'm doing this. I'm turning into my dad. I don't want to become him. I was getting a little emotional, right? I was like, I don't want to become that. He was like, well, you're acknowledging it, meaning that it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Why not just turn it off? Why not? If you know what you're doing, just turn it off, dude. Like, you know, you work a crazy job, or at the time you worked a crazy job. Like, you choose to turn that switch on and off. You choose if you want to bring it home, right? Just turn it off. So now I'm at a point in life where it's like,
it's still a choice, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what you realize is that all the feelings or the emotions you have are simply a choice you can make.
Yeah, exactly.
And to the comment you made there on your dad, I'd ask you to think of this, because this is something I enjoy kind of wrestling with myself on, is you think you're running towards something or running away from something?
Exactly.
Which one do you think it is? Are you running away from the idea or the fear of being like your dad? Or are you running towards, I need to be better?
Both. It's a little bit of both. Like, I guess what drives me, it's not motivation. Well, a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could say discipline, but it's not being like my dad. Anything that I do in my life is not being like my dad.
That's more fear.
Yeah. So it's like, when I associate with people, which I get that from my dad. My dad's he's an extrovert too. He can walk up to a random person and have a conversation. I get that from him. But it's like, some days he's an asshole to people. So when I feel that, like when I have a bad day and this person's coming up to me happy, like a normal person, just like, you know, introduce himself. I can choose to be an asshole to you, or I can choose to be a great person, right?
You can.
So even like, again, with the whole work thing, like spending time and stuff like that, I'm at the point now which is why I started the business, is because I want to create a business to where it gets to a point to where I can delegate and get back to my time and spend as much time with my loved ones as I can. So that's what's driving me.
Yeah, I mean, I've arrived to a similar thought as you. I think it's more running away.
Yeah.
I think I asked a few friends of mine, the question I've asked before on the show is, which one do you think is a greater driver, fear or desire? I believe it's fear.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. I think, and then in the same aspect, I think that it's easier to run away from something than towards something.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think a lot of people, when you say it's like, oh, is this good or bad? I'm like, I just think it's in how you can harness it, how you can weaponize it. Maybe that has a negative connotation, but just how you can use it. Right. Because if I fear something and I don't want to be that way or like a thing or, and I can let that be the thing that's just right behind me to make me run.
Yeah.
Well, then could you argue that that's bad? I mean, maybe. But you could also argue that it's really great for you.
Yeah.
And so, well, that's bad. Like, bad in what sense, though? So many people let fear be a thing that makes them immobile, that freezes them where they are, and they let fear stop them from doing anything. Where you could say, okay, well, I have this fear, but I'm letting it drive me forward because I'd rather run away from it than let it keep me stuck in this position.
I think Alex Hormozy went through the same thing with his dad. I don't know the exact story, but I think he was...
I'm very familiar with the story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He went through the exact same thing. And
yes and no. His dad had an idea of a life that he wanted him to be like, to be...
a doctor or something, right?
Yeah, because his dad's a doctor.
Yeah,
Very successful one. And he speaks about how, for the longest time, it was like, well, I want to make more than my dad makes. I want to make more than my dad, has made in his life. And then now he's like, then I want to make more than my dad's ever made in his fucking life.
Yeah.
And like in a year, he's like, those were my goals. That's what drove me. But also it was the fear. He said more of like, I just didn't want to be what other people wanted. Like I wanted to be I was more focused on the fear of I could be like everyone else. Like I could be like everyone else wants me to be.
Yeah.
Was the thing that he was fearful of. Right. But he was also, like you said, simultaneously pursuing, well, I just want to be who I want to be.
Yeah.
And I'm set on figuring that out and pursuing that.
Another thing too, bro, is that my dad was big into playing the lottery. Like he always thought he was gonna hit the Mega Million. So in that case, like I guess I want to strive to make. I'm not gonna say I'm striving to make all this money. I want to strive to be financially free, so that I don't have to worry about a financial problem.
Yeah.
Right. Because I grew up worrying about financial problems.
Same.
That's what I'm striving towards. Right. I don't care what number it is. If it lets me buy something without looking at the price, or it lets me in the future, if I have a son, daughter, whatever, if it lets me do something without looking at the price tag, I'm good. I don't give a shit what the number is.
I guess after that block of conversation, now this one's like a big one for me is, what does forgiveness, whether to you or to others, look like in your life?
You might be asking the wrong person. Okay. What does forgiveness look like? I think I'm gonna give you like an example. I think if you're able to, let's say if you had someone who hurt you, if you're able to be in the same room as that person without feeling like emotionally turned, you forgave that person. There's a couple people in my life that I haven't forgiven yet. I take that back. There's a few people I have, but because me thinking about them doesn't bother me. So I think when you think about the situation, if it still bothers you, you haven't forgiven them. So you can say, "Oh yeah, I forgive that person," but think about the situation. Let's see if you forgive them now. So
I don't know. I think there's I would make the argument. I think there's a time variable associated to that.
Yeah. So you think time heals pretty much?
100%. I mean, I think that's the most true thing in life is that time does heal.
Yeah.
And I can say, hey, like I forgive you. Like I've made the choice to forgive you because without the choice, the acceptance.
But are you like lying to yourself though by saying that?
So I think you know, like it depends on the severity. Like you're cooking, you cut your hand. Oh fuck, damn, my bad.
Yeah.
You've accepted yourself. Like, oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
It's not gonna heal right then though, right?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take days.
I mean, I haven't forgave my dog for biting me.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So but that's the direct proof that like, okay, yeah, I've accepted, made peace with what happened, but it's not going to heal instantly.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a time associated variable. And maybe at first you think, no, I have let go of that. But then there's like still triggers or signs of it that bleed out later.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh no, I've accepted, like, I'm cool with this person. I've made peace with it. But then they do a similar behavior to the thing they did to you. And you're like, okay, well, all of a sudden, like, now I'm fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
Like,
so is it how
it,
big the thing is pretty much?
Maybe, but again, like, I made a choice a long time ago to forgive my mom for the times that she wasn't around or all the not so great things that she did say or didn't say. And
yeah. So how'd you?
But I'll paint the picture for you. So, like, I made that choice.
Yeah.
You know, and so I continue to reach out and try to make our relationship work. And with time, it has grown and it has gotten better. But then there are times where she does things that like still very much like hurt my feelings.
Because it reminds you.
Or it's similar to things that were before. It's not the same, but it's very close.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like tendencies. And those like, doesn't mean I don't forgive her and I don't love her and that I'm not trying to make that relationship work, but like those are still like, it's a cut that's close to a scar.
Yeah.
So the skin's already sensitive. It doesn't take a lot. You know? And but that doesn't mean I haven't chose to be forgiving.
Yeah.
Right? It just means like, oh, well, this is a very similar like thing that I'm going to have to kind of make peace with this too and like forgive this as well. So maybe it's like a different thing now. So it's like forgiving something else almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just is. Forgiveness to me is a unique thing because there's the active choice part of it. And then there's the time associated requirement.
Yeah. So was this like a phone call thing you did to pick up the phone one day and just call your mom and try to work things out? Or
and that's something I'd progressively been like chipping away at for years.
Yeah. Okay.
Like inviting her to show up to things or, hey, do you want to go do this? Or, hey, and just like getting no, like a bad sales thing.
Yeah.
You know, just continuously calling, continuously like reaching out, continuously like making the effort.
Yeah.
Because when my dad died, I had made the promise to him that I would try to make it work with my mom.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, no, like you're the only one who can help her.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't know how valuable you are to her. Though you may not see it right now. You're something special to her. And you're the only one who can reach her. I remember being like 17, 18. I was like, bro, you're fucked.
Yeah.
This bitch hates me, dog. Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And here we are now. It's been 11. It'll be 11 years this year. And in August that I lost my dad, and he was more right than I would like to give him credit for.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, like now my mom gets like protective and defensive and like yells at people about me, and I'm like, yo, chill out.
Yeah.
And, you know, like on the inside, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like,
this she cares about me.
Yeah. Like, she cares.
Yeah.
You know, right now. That's still such a foreign feeling to me. But I love it because I wish it had been there all the time, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's here now. You know, but then like yesterday, we were supposed to get together for Father's Day. And that's kind of an area that she's yet to get a little bit better at. And so we kind of had like a rough plan that then was just not handled with good communication on her end.
Yeah.
And so then it fell through. But really was a very easily correctable issue that she let her own fear or self-doubt or lack of great communication like ruin. And then led to me being like, I was super hurt by it. I was very upset. But I was very quick to let her know, like, hey, this shit bothered me. Like, it hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, I've made the choice to forgive her. But I'm still going to let you know, like, hey, that this bothered me and why.
So she can acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and then this morning, she finally, like, I sent her this, like, long message, like, long. You know, and in that moment, it also helped me realize a bunch of other things. Like I really suck at asking people to show up for me. Like in past relationships, I never have like asked my significant other to come to anything I do.
Yeah.
Because I used to ask my mom to come to things and she never would.
Same thing with my dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So I really am bad at like, so now my partner's before been like, oh, you don't want me there? What? And it's like, no. Like I fear you not showing up.
Yeah.
I fear the disappointment of looking out to find you and not seeing you.
See, my thing is different. My thing is me inviting and getting judged because my dad used to, like at football games, judge, just never congratulate me. Like, good job. Like, just judge. Especially when I'm like, my emotions are high. We're fucking down 40 points. Like, not the time you want to judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 4 coaches already doing that.
Well, there is a time. It's just not them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for me, it was just the inverse. It was like, I never, like even when I came home from the war, like my mom didn't show up.
Yeah. And when you needed, okay.
Yeah. You know, so it's like, I realized that it's plagued my life, even with my friends or significant others or whatever, that like, I don't even ask people. And so they think like, oh, you just don't want us there. And it's like, no. Like I fear the opposite. I fear you couldn't be there or you wouldn't be there. Yeah. And then I would just be struck with this mass disappointment and hurt that I would rather just avoid.
So I deal with something where you mentioned something. I was going to trigger off that, but basically like expressing feelings, you know, because I mean, in my family, we didn't really express feelings,
same.
You know? So, which I'm doing better about it now with my girlfriend, expressing my feelings and how I feel. It feels weird because I guess I didn't do it for 18 years, you know? Yeah. And then again, you kind of feel like it's like opening up a wound, right? So when you're expressing your feelings, it's all right. They can either take a knife and just make this thing worse. Yeah. Or they can help, heal it, right? That conversation just like opened it up a little bit. Like it made me realize, okay, so I wasn't good at expressing my feelings for my dad because he didn't do it. Or even my mom. My mom never did it, but yeah.
So it's to where I'm very open. With my son, I tell him all the time, like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this right now. Like I'm stressed with this, even though, and then I do work a lot. I do take a lot of work home, but I include him in it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm working on this project right now that's requiring a lot of my time and my effort, and it's this, even though he doesn't get it, like I still tell him. Yeah. Like I'm having to like rebuild this whole like database right now, and it's like it's fucked. Like, shit's not lining up. Like it's challenging me all the time. Or if I'm editing something, I'm like, man, like the audio on this thing. Chopped.
Yeah.
Right now, like I'm fucking stressing, know. But like, and I tell him, even though he doesn't know that, like he at least knows, like, oh shit, dad's like working on this stuff. Yeah, it's important to him.
Well, it's gonna help him when he grows up. He's gonna be able to express that too.
And me and his mom have been able to navigate a lot of things with him already very well because he does just come and talk to us about things. Because he knows like that's the kind of environment that we've created.
Yeah, he's seen you do it.
Yeah,
or he's seen his mom do it.
Yeah,
so.
And just again. It's not easy, man. It's never easy to be the one to try and really do things differently.
Yeah. But you want to know something that's crazy, bro? Like, even though I grew up where I've seen people not express their feelings, it's like, I always saw that they were like fucked up, like emotionally. Like, especially with my mom.
They're just like in distress all the time.
Yeah. Like,
it's just like weighing on them.
And then again, like, you don't want to go up to them and be like, what's wrong? Because they're not going to tell you. But you can definitely see it. You can definitely feel it. Like,
you can feel it. Yeah, you can feel it. Before you can see it, you can feel it.
Yeah, and bro, there's some shit I saw my mom go through that like I literally watched her shed tears, and I saw what happened, what caused it. So it's just like, and she still didn't tell nobody about it. Like she didn't express it. So I guess
just buried it.
Yeah. So
people do that because it's easier. 100%.
Is it easy though?
I think so. Oh yeah. I mean, people think about it. We're still people of convenience.
Yeah.
Is it easier to work through this really uncomfortable, the hard time, or is it easier to bear it?
So I like this analogy too. My mentor said this to me. He's like, because like I told you, I was bad at just stuffing my problems away. Because I think about it as like a garbage can, right? You got a bag. Keep putting trash in it, you push it down. Keep putting trash in it, push it down. Eventually, you got to take the trash out. When you get ready to take the trash out, You know, it's difficult when you can take it instead of stuffing it. You can take it out while it's, you know, barely wiggle, but you keep stuffing it, it's gonna get tighter. You know what I'm saying? You maybe call some help. Somebody hold the bottom of the trash can to.
Yeah, well, and kind of like you said there, it's like you said like it felt like opening a wound, but I think it's because it feels that way because you haven't actually gotten to the thing yet. Like you have to get through all the shit first to get to the thing you're trying to fix. Yeah. Because it's buried under all the other shit that you didn't deal with. Yeah. And so when you're like, all right, I'm ready to address my unwillingness to open up. And so you dive into that and you're like, whoa, what's all this shit that I'm now like, the fuck is that? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, though I'm bad at talking about my feelings is way down here. Like you've now got to get through like all the shit you buried to then actually get to the root of that problem. Yeah. And so again, that's why I think it's 100% easier to avoid it. It's so much easier to be like, later. That's a later problem.
Do you think that you can contaminate others as well?
Yeah, man, I definitely think you can. Yeah, because like people closest to you are the ones who are going to deal with that. But they're also some of the people who can, I guess, be like that medicine for you.
Yeah.
If they're like, hey, maybe you can't see that you have this infected spot, this infected cut.
Yeah.
You know? And so you're just like lashing out in rage or whatever emotion because like it hurts. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, like let me, like really they're trying to help clean it.
Yeah.
Really they're trying to like help you help yourself.
Yeah.
And at first it's just pain.
Yeah.
And so you want to like, get away from me.
It's like pouring alcohol on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like you're fucking crazy. Get away from me.
Yeah.
So I think if you then go like rub that on maybe where they have a wound, right? They can find themselves in a similar position.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of guys that they, it's like, and this is a classic story, but it's so true is, you know, you have an attractive girlfriend and then you're on her ass because you're insecure.
Yeah.
Like, why you look like that? Why you putting your hair out?
Exactly.
Why you looking good? Well, you're not saying that to make her look bad or because you want her to look bad. But the unintended consequence that you've now created is she doesn't want to look good. Yeah. Because she doesn't want to hear your shit. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, the same thing. So, like, she's not going to come home happy because she knows no matter how I come home, he's going to be in a bad mood. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I dealt with something like that in my last relationship. Like, oh, why are you wearing that? Why are you hanging out with them? Like, blah, blah, blah. And it came back to bite me in the ass. So now, with my current girlfriend, I haven't said anything to her like that at all since we've been dating for the past 3 years. Yeah. I haven't, not an ounce of insecurity I've put on her at all. Yeah. Because I think it also comes from building self-confidence as well. True. Yeah. So I feel like,
and you don't want her to look bad. You want her to look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, selfishly.
I'm at to the point now of people, if a guy came up to her and complimented her, fuck, damn, that feels good on me. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Exactly. It's like, damn.
Go me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you don't get disrespect. Nah,
for sure. No, it's just like, hey, you look good.
Yeah.
It's like, what's there to be upset about?
Yeah. Exactly. I feel fucking good about that.
Imagine the amount of men who are even willing to do that if they see a chick with a dude. Like none.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so even if he does, it's like, okay, then what? Like you said, if it's not something like, damn girl, let me fucking get him a draw. Like it's not something crazy. It's like,
exactly.
Like if some dude's always like, hey, you look really good today.
Yeah. He could just be complimenting. Yeah, just, you know?
So, all right, man, let's move to this other one I got for you. What did finding God mean for you?
Oh, it's a good topic right here. That was everything, bro. How did I come about that, bro? I think this came from college too. Just the partying and females and stuff, living the college life, right? Yeah. But I always felt like weird about it. And I guess in like the definition of that is conviction. But at the time, I didn't know why. I would always feel weird about it. Like I'm drinking all the time, hanging out with people that I shouldn't be hanging out with, but it felt like weird. Like I shouldn't be doing it, you know? And I mean, obviously that's called conviction, but I went through a breakup, which was not junior year. This was beginning of sophomore year. I went through a harsh breakup, bro. And
why was it harsh? What was harsh about it?
Oh, because she cheated.
Okay.
And I'm not going to, first of all, cheating is horrible, right? No one should do that. But I think the reason why it hit me is because I put my everything into her, right? So I was emotionally pouring into her when she wasn't pouring into me, right? Even to the buying stuff, like sacrificing it all into her, not into myself. But I think God, which I'm not going to say he made her cheat on me, but he taught me a lesson with that, right? Never put him before anybody else, right? So for 2 years straight, I was healing, right? I guess finding love through him because it's like a vessel. So in order for me to love you, it comes down like a vessel, right? At first, my walk, bro, was confusing. Like first time opening a Bible, like I went to church like when I was younger. I never understood it. I just went because my parents forced me to. But it was my first time opening up a Bible. Didn't know what the hell I was reading, bro, at all. And this is why me and my grandma were like best friends now, because she's like an angel, bro. Like literally the most peaceful human being you could ever meet. And she was like kind of like helping me through it, like walking me through it. This is what this means. Hey, I'm having a bad day. What part of the Bible should I read? She'll send me Bible verses. So that would kind of help me understand that chapter of that Bible, right? Okay, this part of the book means this person went through this, right?
This story applies to these hardships or struggles or lessons,
So over time, that helped me. So as I started to build my relationship with Christ, I was like, okay, so God sent his only child, his only son in human form to show people what love looks like, what sacrifice looks like, right?
Forgiveness.
Exactly. So in the Bible, it tells us to be like him, love like he did, right? Forgive like he did. I'm not going to say every day I'm like that. Of course I'm not.
We're still people.
Yeah. But I'm a lot better at it than I am before, right? Still working on the forgiveness part. That's one thing I'm working on. But the loving part, bro, I can love somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That just comes automatically. Helping out that person with whatever it is, I can do that. No problem. Right? Because it's being more like him than being more like my flesh, I guess. Is that what you're supposed to say? But obviously, like you said, we're human. So we have stuff that we need to work on.
None of us are perfect, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm trying to, and that's another thing I'm dealing with, bro, is Jesus was perfect, right? Nobody on this earth is going to be like him.
Never again,
Nobody on this earth. So it's like, when I mess up, bro, I get in my head, I'm like, dang, is he going to forgive me this time? You know, is he really going to forgive me this time? I literally told him 2 days ago, I wasn't going to react like that. I wasn't going to do that. And I did it. Is he really going to forgive me this time? And it's almost, you feel ashamed. Like you don't even want to like open the Bible. Like it's like, if you did open the Bible, it's like, he's probably looking down at me like this. Come on, dude. But my grandma taught me that's the enemy. That's what the enemy wants you to feel and wants you to think. That's the adversary getting to your head. He wants you to feel like that.
He says, my love is unconditional.
Exactly. But like you said, we're human. We're going to continue to mess up. And well, I guess, we're going to continue to mess up. But But it's what it was. It's like a man falls 7 times and gets up 8. Yeah. So it's always repeating that. Man falls 7 times, gets up 8. I don't willingly mess up, of course. So.
Well, again, it's like, so kind of what you're saying there is like, say, I'm not going to react this way. But it's like, under these conditions, I won't react that way. But now if I alter the condition, can I still get you to react that way? It's like, well, that doesn't mean you weren't trying to not react that way. It's like, well, now the conditions are different.
Yeah. I think it's like
learn how to do it in all aspects, not just this one way.
I think it's more so you acknowledge it now. So like, let's say you're out and about, a guy bumps into you. The old you's could be like, what the frick, dude? Like, you know, start fighting, whatever, or get in his face, try to act like the tough guy. But now that you become emotionally intelligent, you acknowledge it. Let's say if a guy bumps you on accident, or if he did it on purpose, oh well. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Right? Because, I mean, like I said, it's being, how would Jesus react? If a guy bumped into him, oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
Right?
He probably apologized.
Yeah, he probably.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
You're right. My bad for being in the way.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's just being aware. Yeah. It's made me more aware developing my relationship with him.
How's your relationship with faith changed? Like your drive, values, in any way?
It's a flickering light that's becoming more, what's the word? Steady. Mm-hmm. So the light's going to continue to stay on. Like, I guess if I compare it to my business, right? Like I'll be so amped up. Well, let's think about it as drops. So I'm in the clothing business, so we do launches, right? So when you're developing a launch, you have the most upright faith in it. Like this is going to be big. This is going to be
hit.
Yeah, this is the one. Then when it doesn't, that faith dips, right? So I've done so many drops to where I'm at a point to where, because when I first started, I planned, it's going to take off. And then when it doesn't, I'm at a point where like I plan to where like, all right, I'm going to plan for this to set me up for this, to set me up for this, because it's not going to let me fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what's the word? It's like, I guess safety nets, but take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like goal planning. So let's say, okay, I want to sell out of my inventory, right? Okay, well, if I sell out of my inventory, I'm going to make this much profit. Okay, cool. How can I plan if I don't sell out of my inventory? Okay, cool. Let me sell this many pieces. I'm still at a good margin. Okay, if I don't get that, let me sell this many pieces. I'm still at a good margin. And then you just keep trickling down, right? Damn, that's tough.
What's something that you can say you've seen it like directly impact?
Like positively or negative?
I mean, either. I'd be curious to see if there are negatives.
I say, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, something that happened that was horrible was when I first ever got into the clothing industry and I did my first launch. I did like I ordered 400 pieces, bro.
You told me this, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know 400 people. So when we launched 400 pieces, bro, I'm thinking like, yeah, we're going to sell out. Like, freaking, we're going to go crazy. Like, everybody else is doing it. We have to do it. Like, it's just going to happen. It's the way. But I think we did like maybe 2 sales the first day.
Fuck.
So that hurt.
Yeah.
So my belief, I was like, going from this is the way to that happening, just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a flat line.
Just don't want to do this anymore. But then like it started to trickle because I was like, okay, what happened really? Okay, marketing, of course. Okay, what's hype of marketing? So that faith started to climb back a little bit. You know, it made me realize, okay, I created something, and my first time doing it, automatically gave up.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Exactly. So it's like,
I look at failures as a tool too. I don't know as much as I should. Because if I did, it would be this.
Yeah.
It would be a hit. It would have sold out instantly.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I need to know.
Yeah.
And so every time that camera dies, I look at it as like, I still don't know how to do this as good as I could. Because if I did, then I'd know how to fix it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a continued problem.
So how do you not, obviously you want to fail.
Yeah.
How do you not fail as hard? Like hit the pavement as hard? I got you thinking now.
Just kind of like when you trip, right? Like you start to brace.
Yeah.
Versus the first time you fail. It's just like a
boom. Yeah.
You don't have time to,
you
know? So, maybe your hands are a little scuffed up now, but at least it's not your face.
Yeah.
Right? And then next time you stumble, you're like, you can catch yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And so then the hits to the ground become no longer hits to the ground. They're just like missteps.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's going from, if you're still eating shit, like your rate of learning is awful. You have to learn better.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's miserable. No one wants to keep falling like that.
Exactly.
Like just like slamming their fucking face on the ground. That's horrible. Right? And even the whole like catching yourself part, depending on how hard you fall, like still not great. It's better than your face. But like there's the amount of times that those failures should be that prominent should be super quick and over.
Yeah.
You usually only fall like that a few times and then like, okay, what the fuck's going on? Holy shit. Let me check my whole life. It's just a thing, man. Like there are indicators of success that are present And like we said before, like we'll do the inverse. What's an indicator of, or like what's the opposite of an indicator of success? It's like an indicator of failure. It's like where can you find the indicators that was going to fail? Now the only way you can do that is by like choosing to learn things that didn't go well. Well, how'd you know it wasn't marketing?
I don't know. It wasn't marketing.
Well, how did you get to figuring out it was marketing?
Realizing that, okay, we ordered 400 pieces. Do we even know 400 people? How can we reach 400 people?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have to market.
Yeah.
It wasn't if you know.
Yeah.
Dark sport doesn't know 1 million people.
Exactly. But then it became to a point.
They can put out 20, 30 pieces of clothing for males and for females at 1,000, 2,000 pieces per thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to sell.
Exactly.
It's not because they know that many people. It's marketed. They've established a brand. They've established a community, a culture that follows them. So it doesn't matter if I know those.
And that's where the learning came into play. Because it's like, all right, we don't know 400 people. How can we get it to 400 people? Okay, but who's our type of 400 people?
Yeah.
Right.
Who's the target audience?
Exactly.
So how do we appeal to them?
Yeah. So it's like, how do you create a niche?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you are the niche, but it's how do then I bring other people and make them want to be a part of that?
Yeah.
What are the values that I align with that I want people who also have those values to find?
Yeah. But then as you start to find that out, you start to fall on your face a little bit in those categories. But it's not as hard as like diminishing a whole drop, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like you're falling forward.
I mean, who knew the drop flopped?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like.
Yeah, like it's perspective there. It's like, so that makes the failure good. It's like, yeah, you know it failed.
Yeah.
400 people don't know it failed.
Yeah.
4,000 people, like, right? You. Mm-hmm. Maybe, okay, if you have a business partner or whatever, like you, 2, 3, 4, whatever, people you tell.
Yeah. I mean, even if 400 people knew it failed, did it fail?
Right.
You know? So.
Yeah. So I think again, it's like, well, how do you not fail as hard? It's like, well, you really look intentionally into how, kind of like we said before, not about how can I build something that's going to work? How can I build something that won't fail?
Yeah.
Just think of that. Like, what are things that could make this not work? If it's not marketed well, if it doesn't meet the target audience, if it doesn't. So if I just focus on getting there is where it could fail, ensuring those up, then it will succeed. That is a fact.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then you didn't shore up all the ways it could fail.
And see, now I'm at a point to where, like, in that time, I wanted to reach everybody and their mamas. Like, I just want everybody to see the brand.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a point with this brand, I want certain people to see it. Like, I created something for someone, right? Mm-hmm. It's a specific person. Right? Yeah, it could be, it's me. But it's another part of me. And it's like, I want to attract people that match that person.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're someone who buys from it, thank you. I appreciate it. But when you're someone who buys from it that matches the identity, it's like, yes, that's a home run. Yeah, that's what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I guess those different businesses, they have different aspects. Like that business was everywhere. Like we just wanted to sell. We didn't have a plan in mind. We just wanted to sell.
Yeah.
This one is like, yeah, the goal is to sell, but that's just a scoreboard. That's just like a number.
I call it a side effect.
Yeah. It's like it's going to sound so cliche. How many people can we impact and how many people can we bring in, like create like a community or like members, right? That's what I want to create, like a community.
Well, that's actually what sells.
Yeah, exactly. Like if we're plateauing at 4,000 people, I would be happy with that.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
I kind of similarly think about the podcast, right? The whole thing for me was to build a place that had real conversation. It wasn't just fake. It wasn't forced. It wasn't some agenda-based thing. It's just like me talking with real people.
Yeah.
And of course, I still have people like I would love to talk to selfishly for my own selfish reasons because I'm curious. I'd love to talk to them. I'd love to pick their brains for hours. I just want to tell like real stories and navigate with other people on how to get through hard things, you know, in a place where they're like, oh shit, like that's real. Oh damn, like they went through something like I did, or I'm going through something similar to that, or like I'm worried about making this X decision on my life because I'm scared what people are going to do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not quitting football, maybe it's quitting baseball or track or pursuing this. My dad wants me to be a doctor, right? Like you don't know. Mm-hmm. Right? And so it's like want that message to find the person who needs it.
Yeah.
You know, and so again, whether this pops off and is like top 10 podcasts in the world, or selfishly, this is just my thing for me to do and talk to my friends and the people I care about, or the people I would enjoy talking to, have conversation with, then I'm okay with either option.
I think you keep in the mindset, if you have the mindset of like, I just want to have real conversation with real people, it'll like, God will take you there. He'll take you to the top 10 podcasts, right? But if you have the mindset of, I want to be the top 10 podcast in the world, then it becomes less authentic, right? So it's kind of like in my case too. Like, let's say I want to be bigger than this brand, that brand. It's like, okay, well then you're only going to focus on that, and then it's going to be less authentic. It's not going to be real.
And then when you get there, what does it mean then?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you still find that hollowness to it.
Yeah, it's like, are you technically bigger than them if they made a community? Like, just to like
maybe
numbers.
You sell more. Maybe you make more.
Exactly, numbers wise.
Yeah,
but they have more impact. No, so
it's tough to measure impact too.
Yeah,
but I think there's a couple really good ways to do so. But yeah, I mean, there is something unique. I saw this thing. It's like if you created something that didn't exist before you did it, like there's a power in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this podcast didn't exist before I made it.
Exactly.
You know, and so maybe I don't have thousands of subscribers, watchers. I got people that watch.
Yeah.
I got people that are giving like their own time to listen to me fucking talk. Yeah. I mean, when you put 100 people in a room, I mean, it can feel heavy.
Exactly. I mean, bro, even like if you do 20 people, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like 2 classrooms maybe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, and again, people like taking time out of that. Like of all the things they listen to, they listen to me talk.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, okay, cool. Perspective is everything, man. I say it a lot. Perspective is everything.
Yeah, exactly. And perception.
Well, you perceive the life you choose.
Yeah. I've always I live by these three P's, which God has taught me the 3 P's.
Yeah, let me hear them.
It's patience, perception, and patience, perception.
And 3 P's, don't even know the 3 P's?
No, it was the third one. We just said it, bro.
Perspective?
Yes. Patience, perception, and perspective. Yes. I live by that. I always forget the third one. That's weird, bro. Because I think I get perception and perspective like confused.
I think they're very similar.
Yeah.
Because like my perception or perspective to reality can be very similar.
Yeah. Even when I'm thinking about that, like as I'm driving, I'll be like, all right, patience, perception, and then third one again? Oh, perspective. Yeah. So, but I don't know. They do have their same, technically same definition, but different perspectives.
Yeah. How did you choose to continue to want to pursue something clothing wise after the first thing just kind of didn't turn out the way you wanted?
Well, the first business, it was called Venom Mafia. I was making stuff because it was trending. You might as well just be an Amazon storefront at that point, right? So I was making, this was at the time when Anaka Power and all that stuff was starting to pop off, right? Bodybuilding, that type of clothing. And this is when I started getting into bodybuilding a little bit. Right, let me just make clothes that like get into that market.
Fitness wear was trendy, so you're like, let me just make.
Yeah, I was trying to make stuff for people.
Let me catch the wave.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to make stuff for people, and like, yeah, there was some stuff I made that like I still wear it to this day. But I mean, my style is like streetwear, like fashion, like true fashion, right?
Give me an example. Like, what's like a similar thing for you? Like a brand or somebody that already exists, just so I can have a better.
As far as fashion?
Yeah.
I can give you 3. So there is Represent. I can give you Represent.
Okay, yeah.
I love Represent. Diet Starts Monday and ERD. You ever heard of them? Vincent Richards de Premise.
I have not. I know Represent only because of their 247. So
okay, let me give you. Do you know Diet Starts Monday? Really, bro?
I do not, bro.
Wow,
I'm boring as fuck with clothes.
Cole Buxton.
Bro,
well, these are like more like UK. These are like UK Paris brands.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah.
Let me see if I can give you someone like within the United States. I really can't because all the dope shit is like UK and stuff.
not US based.
Diet Starts Monday. They're US based.
Okay,
I think they're based in like.
It's not something I'm super great in. If I'm
bro,
honest.
if you look up Diet Starts Monday, I feel like you'll like their stuff.
cheap, bro. That's my problem.
Yeah, see, their stuff is like.
I was looking to represent stuff, and I was like, brother.
Diet Star's Monday, same prices. So it's pretty much the same thing.
It's like luxury brand. I was watching some Instagram reel recently about it. It was like this niche luxury fitness market. I'm like, for fitness wear, is like baffling me. Like Bandit, same thing. You know, Bandit, the running brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard of Minted New York? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, $95 for some leggings, like some like tights for running.
Bro, the Wallaco shorts, like $128.
I'm like, bro, no fucking way. You can suck my fuck.
Exactly.
No even like a shirt for $100. I'm like, man, I got money, but fuck that.
See, I don't want to get to that point. Like, I want to get to the point to where you're gonna pay a pretty penny because I don't want everybody in my clothing.
For sure.
I think the most I would charge for a shirt, bro, is like
$50-$60 to me is like,
I was gonna say 77.
Yeah, that's up there to me still.
I know, but that's the thing. That's why I want people to react because it's like when you buy it, like it's like you're gonna be one of the few people with that on because everybody else probably gonna have that same mindset of I'm not spending that much money on a shirt.
I guess, bro, but I want people to wear my shit too.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. Oh yeah, that's is that Dire Star's Monday? Yeah, they're just dope, bro. I love their shit. Price is up there.
Bro, this shit is not busting. What the fuck is this?
Bro, that is it's like New York style, pretty much. Or look up HMDD. I love their stuff too. HMDD LA, I think is what it is.
What the? Nah, I mean, this is not my bro. You see what I'm wearing right now? Even if it wasn't dark, I'm like.
So you like darks, like kind of like dark sport style, a little bit.
I mean, this is like a Naruto piece, so that's why I'm wearing this. But
so my mentor, he has a clothing brand. It's called Iron Willed. Heard of them? Uh-huh. I like their stuff too because it's kind of like streetwear. But he focuses more on like gym, but it's still streetwear.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm more into like the comfort, but also I came from being poor as fuck, so I'm mindful of price.
Yeah.
Like I'd be cringing at dark shit when it's like $44-$50 for a shirt. I'm like, man, y'all fucking tweaking right now. This is wild.
See, the reason why I'm doing that is because
I get it. Yeah.
I want to make the
factor for sure.
Yeah, I want to make the stuff that I couldn't afford when I was younger.
No, for sure.
I want to be, I want to be in control of the variables now.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get it. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm not. I guess I'm not a. Anyone who knows me would probably say I'm the farthest thing from a streetwear guy you could meet. I respect it. I admire the fashion. It's just not shit I would ever put on.
See, I want to get into. So that's the thing with Saga, which I'll air this out a little bit. But so I have Saga Garments, which is like the main line, which is like the streetwear line. But as I start to grow the community, fitness is still a part of me. So I do want to come out with something called Saga Performance. So stuff for like fitness people.
Doesn't like how like Represent has 247.
Yeah. So I still want to like fashion is a part of me. Fitness is a part of me. So I want to create two things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but that's later when my audience is up there. So
I'm with that, man. That's cool. I think that's dope. I mean, I respect anyone's journey to pursuing whatever it is that they want. You know, whether that's a podcast or a fitness brand or something in fitness, you know, if you're really willing to like put yourself out there, you know, and do the work and take the rejection and the no views, the no sales, the, you know, like to put something together and then that flop.
See, my thing is now I'm trying to, because I used to try to be all mysterious. I don't want people knowing that I'm the owner. But now I'm like, well, I have an Instagram page. I'm not just going to like, I need to use it.
Yeah, market it. Like you're limiting your market audience by not.
So now I'm in the process of, I spoke with my video guy and we're trying to, which I want to create like, the way I want to build my personal brand, I want everything to be cinematic. So like when I do like my vlogs or behind the scenes stuff, like I want it to be like you're watching like a docuseries, like the owner of Represent, George Heaton.
Yeah.
I love his YouTube videos. I love how they're made. They're very cinematic. I want my stuff to be similar to that, right? So now I'm trying to build my personal brand. You know, I have some goals for my personal brand that I want to reach, but I also want it to be connected. I want to be a replication of my brand, right? So when people hear Saga Garments, they immediately think of my name, right? I used to be very in the dark about what my last brand, you know, I want to be shy. I don't want people knowing that I'm the owner. But now I'm like, fuck that, bro. Like, I want people knowing that like I created something dope. Like who is this person? Who made this? Right? So
like that, man. That's good. It's good to take ownership of that. Let's try to wrap this up here.
Yeah.
We got. What do you think a lot of, especially younger men are missing today when it comes to handling adversity?
Shortcuts. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Like Shortcuts for sure.
There's a good quote I like by Alex Ramos. He says, "The long way is the shortcut."
Yeah, it is. It teaches you a lot too.
Because the shortcut never actually gets you there.
Yeah, and then it's literally like a roller coaster. You like go through different experiences, right?
That you need to get there anyway.
Exactly.
Like we'll just we'll sail across right instead of going around the mountain and then there. It's like, yeah, but then you didn't know that it gets cold sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you didn't know how to like handle this or that because you shortcut. So now you're failing anyway because you don't have the tools necessary to even succeed in the environment now.
I almost look at in like our generation, bro. Like, I mean, back then you had the lottery. That was the ticket to get rich, right? Now people are selling courses to get rich.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that because you're making these kids believe that, oh shit, all right, if I buy this course, I'm gonna get rich. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some courses out there that are like, yeah, that can be very possible. But all this, if you want to know how to make 10K next month, XYZ. And it's like tricking our generation into thinking that can happen, you know?
I don't know. I think it's the same thing as your clothes.
Yeah. Like I think
if it's at a price point enough, you mitigate people coming in.
Yeah. And bro, you're right. It's the same thing with clothes. Like I see it all over my feed because that's just how my feed is curated. You have a lot of kids who are not creative at all, starting clothing brands, and they're doing it because they see other people, how much money they're making, which is why I never show how much money I'm making at all. Like, because there's clothing brands that I know of, right? That's their whole personal brand, showing how much money they made in a month because they know that, all right, if I show this is going to amplify my course. People are going to see this number and get happy. Be like, oh, that could be me, you know? But the reason I don't ever show my numbers is because I want people to see the nit and gritty work. That's why I'm doing all the behind the scenes work. So they can see the zeros, like the not as many people buying. They can see where I started from 4,000 followers up until when I get to 50K followers. They can see that, right? But you'll never see me posting Shopify stuff or Shopify sales. Like you'll never see that.
Yeah. I know. I think the more and more young people I mentor and guide, and then when I look at the people who are the most influential and the most successful, you know, like a Tony Robbins.
Yeah, I used to watch him a lot.
Yeah, and I mean his courses are expensive. I'm like 15, 20K to go to one of his events, right?
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah, see stuff. It works.
You know, but if you look at what the main thing that they're driving in those things are, it's really just self-belief. People need to believe they can do it.
Yeah.
I can teach you how to run a business. I can teach you how to market, how to sell, how to do whatever. But if you don't believe you can do it, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think, and me, that's always the biggest thing too, is to me, I see it in the people I guide and mentor and just talking to younger people, even in myself, is do you really believe you can do it? Do you think you could actually are capable or worth achieving that?
Yeah.
Most people don't. Most people would rather be under average because it means they're not like everyone else. They don't want to be normal, but they'd settle for being less than average because it means they're different.
Yeah.
Rather than being above average because they don't think they're good enough to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, I think it's just the lack of self-belief collectively.
So when people spend that type of money, they automatically, I gotta believe now.
Well, yeah, because now you're vested in something.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Some people I think aren't tied to anything. They have no real investment to it. So they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like football thing. Yeah, I'll play football.
Yeah.
When it's convenient, when it's good.
Exactly.
I want success when it's easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
remember one time, bro, I hired a mentor for my clothing brand because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. This was not the mentor that I had recently, but when I first started. And if he ever watches this, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just say it was a female. Let me just put it out there. She mentored me and my partner. Really, no, she didn't, bro. She pretty much sold us on a course. And we got flashy eye syndrome. I think that's what it's called, right? Paid for the mentorship. It was like $500, but to us that was a lot, you know. Paid $500 for the mentorship, and she was like telling all the value we were gonna get, like XYZ. As soon as we paid that transaction, bro, it was so hard for us to get her on the phone. Even when we did, like, it was pretty much us asking questions, and whenever we would ask questions, it was just like yeah, I think you should do that. Okay, I didn't hire you to agree with me. Like, what's the problem? Like, what should we do? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't agree with some courses, bro, within the clothing industry.
Cost of learning them.
Yeah.
I never look at anything I have to pay for knowledge as a waste. Okay. Respectfully, I mean, you tell me $500, I'd think I was going to get a shitty fucking, I don't know anybody who's mentoring for who's mentoring for $500.
Well, that's why at the time, because I had no money coming in.
I mean, I feel you.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, $500 really ain't a whole lot.
Exactly. And that's why the mentor...
You work for 2 weeks in a minimum wage job and come for $500.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like, what kind of quality do you think you're going to get?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, versus Alex Mosey's talked about how he paid a dude like $50,000 a day for a week. And he said, you know what I learned from that dude? Not to hire somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, now spend that kind of money. Spend $200,000 in a week on somebody. Even when you're, I mean, that's crazy money, even when you're making good money.
Yeah.
You just paid somebody $250,000 over a week to learn this kind of person actually is not the person I need.
Yeah.
And so, but that's a lesson in itself. If the only thing I'd spend every dollar I have to learn before I would rather give up time, because I can't get any time back. I can make money again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like if all I have to do to learn is money, done. I'll go broke today. Let me pay for whatever I can get knowledge-wise if it's just pay money.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I want to learn everything I can. With whatever this dollar value I have is, give me all the lessons I can get.
Yeah.
Because I can get that money back.
Mm-hmm.
Then if I can get them from hearing it from someone else, whether it was a $30,000 lesson or a $50,000 lesson or not.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't have to go experience it through something else.
Yeah.
And now I have the knowledge.
I think Alex Hormozy, he says something where he paid for a phone call for Grant Cardone. And I think it was like $250K, something like that. It was something crazy, bro. And he was like, he asked him 2 questions. It was supposed to be an hour-long call. Asked him 2 questions. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bro, what?
Yeah.
You just needed those questions answered because you knew that guy had the answer.
Yeah.
Right? So you pay that. I don't.
And Alex is big on the same thing. He says, I'd pay any amount of money for knowledge.
Yeah.
He's like,
crazy.
I don't care what it costs me. If it's something I get to know, it's worth whatever I have to pay.
Yeah.
And hearing that really kind of changed my mindset to it. I used to be all like, oh, I'd never pay for knowledge. Like, arrogance, maybe. I don't know. But I thought it was stupid.
But how do you trust those people that they're going to give you the answer?
The best mentor doesn't always give you the answer.
Yeah.
And you learn with time. No one really knows anyway. The circumstance and this, like I told you, the sure thing answer, like, is come and gone. Like what worked for them in that moment worked under those circumstances and those variables. Like, that's not the same circumstances and variables that you're facing now.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that sure thing that you're looking, like in the past, it looks like, yeah, for sure. It was a sure thing. Like in the moment though, it's fear, it's uncertainty, it's doubt. Yeah. And so you're looking at that was the winning lottery ticket. It's just not today. It's from the past.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's, again, like, yeah, it's okay to like lean into someone, but like, so I look at it as like a father, right? I teach my son, like, yeah, it's good to work hard. It's good to be resilient. It's good to be tough. It's good to, like, don't quit, have these things. But there's certain situations that, like, you should quit. You should walk away.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually benefiting you anymore. So quitting actually is the best thing.
Yeah.
And there's times where it's like, hey, you can only be resilient to a certain point. So like all these things have caveats. Mm-hmm. The right answer doesn't exist because it's depending on the circumstances.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you know someone has the answer? It's like, you don't. That's not what you're asking them.
That's where risk taking comes, right? Yeah.
So if you could tell your younger self one thing at the moment, what would you tell the younger version of yourself?
Have patience. That's top of my head right there. Patience.
Why patience?
Because always, like, and I still deal with this today. Perfectionist. So like, how can I explain this, bro? This is like, it's hard to explain. It's like when I expect something to go a certain way, you expect it to happen right then and right now. And like, I guess with drops, like a launch, you expect to sell out right then, right now, as soon as you hit the live button.
Yeah, but why?
I guess because you want to see you want to see all the hard work that you've done pay off immediately. It doesn't work that way.
It does not.
It's hard work. It's still good if it's prolonged, right? I mean, let's talk about. I don't know how you feel about LeBron James and Michael Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at LeBron James' career, like some people may argue that he's not a great basketball player because he's only had 6 rings in the span of a 20-something year career, 4 rings in a 20-something year career. Mm-hmm. Compared to Michael Jordan, he's had, is it 6? 5?
6.
In a 15-year career?
Yeah. He went essentially 3 in a row. He was 6 for 6 in the finals.
Yeah. So it's like they both.
Every time he's in the finals, he won.
Yeah. So it's like they both had amazing careers. Like LeBron James, he had I think it was like 50,000 points or something like that.
He's at over 40,000.
Yeah. And then something like that. They had some like.
No, he's the leading scorer all the time now.
Yeah. And then Michael Jordan, he holds some records. I don't know. Right?
A lot. Yes.
Exactly. So it's like you have different journeys of success, and it took time. It didn't come right away. Those rings didn't come right away. All those points didn't happen in one night.
People discount when they talk about Jordan has 6 rings. They discount times he was first round outed in the playoffs before he had Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
he never made it past the first round without Scottie.
Yeah,
and people say Michael Jordan's the GOAT. It's like, but Michael Jordan couldn't win without anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
He was first round outed every year that he didn't have Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
every year.
And then if you look at let's look at Tom Brady, right?
This is a tough one. Go ahead.
Super Bowl where he played the Falcons, where he was down in the third quarter, right? So it's like all that hard work. I'm sure he knew he was going to win that game. He had a plan, right? He had a plan. He was going to win that game. Or is that Deflategate?
No, that wasn't Deflategate. Yeah.
He had a plan, knowing that he was going to win that game, right? But us fans, we thought Falcons won, like it's over, like game done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish.
Yeah. So
and it's not what you do in things. Like the real you isn't who you are when things go right.
Yeah.
Real you is who you are when things go wrong. So
to go back to your questions of what would you tell my younger self is to be patient. Everything's not going to come all at once.
And most of the time, it won't happen in the way you think it will.
Yeah, it'll happen in milestones. But when we look back, you've collected a bunch of milestones, right? Yeah. A bunch of rings, I guess you'd say. Yeah, just to be patient. And this is still a message to myself now to be patient. Like when I'm making a video, like
it's kind of like I told you with running. It'll take longer.
Yeah, like exactly. I'm thinking I'm going to come out the gate running a freaking 8-minute pace. No fucking way. 13 minutes was my first time. I'm like, fuck, I got some work to do. Yeah. But I look back, guess what started to decrease? That number. Like that first time I told you, hey, bro, this is my first 8-minute pace. I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, just a month ago it was 13 minutes. A couple weeks ago it was 10 minutes. Last week it was 9 minutes. Today it's 8 minutes. Like, fuck, I just had to be patient with myself and be patient with my body.
Yeah. Yeah, patience is a big one. But I was curious about that. What I was kind of trying to pull out of you was if you thought it was more the patience or the word? The accomplishment maybe, or the reward on the other side of it. I think a lot of people will mistake it for that.
Yeah. And I think it's
like, because when you said I know for me, it's like, if I started a brand with a podcast, I didn't think when I first launched a podcast, oh, hey, this is going to be on the top charts tomorrow. No, why would it?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've done this.
But sometimes you can trick yourself into thinking that, let's say you started a podcast. Oh, I have a podcast now. So now you get comfortable. Right?
I can't, no.
Yeah, and I can't either. Don't get me wrong. Like when I started the brand, I thought, oh shit, I got a business now. I'm comfortable. Fuck no, you technically don't have a business, bro. Yeah. You might have an LLC, but you don't have a full functioning business.
If you could give people a quote or a piece of advice, someone listening, what would you want to offer them?
Chase after your purpose and not after validation. Validation doesn't mean shit if it's not coming from the right person. The only validation you need is from God. I feel like purpose keeps you going too. It keeps a fire lit under your ass. When you get validation, it's like I said, you kind of trick yourself into believing that you already made it or you already accomplished it, right? And that could be dangerous because you think to yourself that you've made it when you haven't, from an outsider looking in. You also allow people to pass you, right? But another thing too, don't chase after the dollar sign. Like, I know you told me this last week too. Like, don't get discouraged by what you see on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, you have people that just wanted to reach this by 25 or 30. They want to be rich and retire by 30. The possibility of that happening is very slim. So,
and then also, if you think about it, I'm in the process of creating something right now that has a viability to work. And my genuine fear is if it does, and it does what I think it has potential to do and what other people are telling me it has potential to do, I will be in my early 30s with more money than I'll know what to do with.
Yeah.
And more success than I have said I wanted my whole life.
Yeah.
Well, now what? Now what?
Yeah.
Now all the monsters and the insecurities and the demons that I haven't dealt with are still there.
And elevated, if anything. Yeah. So do you think that we're all given a purpose, and we're all given a purpose, but what the hell was I going to say, bro? I hate when that happens. My mind just goes blank. Yeah, okay, basically. So yeah, we're all given a purpose, but we're all taken through things for a reason, like harsh things, like let's say the worst of the worst things.
Sure.
But it's up to us to heal from those things in order to reach that purpose. But if we don't, it's our fault.
Yeah, it's 100% your fault.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's 100% your fault. I mean, life is only good because there are bad things that exist.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you know love because you know what pain feels like.
Yeah.
You know happiness because you know sadness or sorrow. Like that yin yang, the balance of life. You know, God didn't create evil for no reason.
Exactly.
Right? He did so that you would appreciate the good.
Yeah.
And you don't even need a lot of it, right? There's not a rampant running amount of evil. But there's enough to make you appreciate it, the good people.
Yeah.
There's enough hardship to make you appreciate the times that are easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough sadness to appreciate the happiness.
Yeah.
And this is the part where we are people. We don't know, God's omnipotent. So he knows what's next and what's after that.
Yeah.
But we don't. So it's easy to get stuck in the moment. And so many people live their whole life stuck in something that happened to them yesterday, a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, your dad left when you were 7? Great. You're 38. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, if that thing is plaguing you to move forward, that's your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that happened. It's your fault that you won't deal with it. It's easier. It's easier to not deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm 38 now, and fuck, like I'm miserable, and I didn't even show up for my own kids because why I didn't show up for me? Why? Because it was too hard. It required too much of you. It was easier to just complain and bitch about the thing that happened.
Yeah.
It would have taken work, strength, courage, resilience to face all of it. So when you asked me earlier, do I think people do what's convenient? People 100% do what's convenient. They do what's easiest.
Yeah.
The reason it was easier for you around to bury that thing than deal with it, because it required all those things and then some to face it.
I think that's
to just go.
I think that's why I switched to running, bro. Because I was cheating myself when it came to bodybuilding. Like, it's easy to cheat in bodybuilding, right? Like down to the cardio, down to what you're eating. It's kind of, you can cheat it a little bit, but running, you can't cheat that shit. It's either you can run a good pace or not, right? Because when you look down at the watch, it's going to tell you what you're running, right? Mm-hmm. Or if you tell yourself, I got to run 3 miles today. Can't cheat that shit. It's either you did or you didn't, right? Mm-hmm. You can't. I mean, that's why I started doing it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, running helped save my life, so that's why I run. Helped make me there's the one that commitment that I said I was going to do this thing and I did it.
Yeah.
But then they also helped build a lot of confidence for me. And it was the easiest way for me to see. I said I'm not the kind of person who can do this thing right now. At one point, I was the kind of person who couldn't run a marathon. And so, but I said I want to run a marathon. So it's like I have to do all the work between where I am right now and the person who can run a marathon.
Yeah.
So I could easily say, look, I became this person. Because before I could not do this thing. Now I can.
Yeah.
And at first it's maybe just doing it. It's about how fast you can, or at what effort you can do it. And it just, where I needed undeniable proof to believe that I had become a different person, that I had changed. Running gave me that. Oh, look, I used to be able to run at a 10-minute pace. Now I can run at a 7-minute pace.
I find that
crazy,
bro.
It's undeniable. I can't lie to myself. I can't tell myself, oh, no, you didn't, or it's really not as big, or yeah, you're stronger, but like, not really. No, like, I can look at the stats on this run. It says one thing, and now it says something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So even if I want to trick myself, like, it's facts. It's right in front of me. It's reality. And running became a stepstone for me to present myself with those same things in other aspects of my life.
Yeah.
Running's great. I constantly tell people, everyone should run a marathon once. Just to do it. Just to know the work it takes to... It's easy to watch people run a marathon and be like, damn, that's crazy.
It's like a stress reliever too.
Yeah.
Like I remember one day, like I was going through it mentally. Like I was so stressed. Like I told you this, I had to urge to just run. Started running, I felt great after, bro.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I was like,
It's healing. It's beautiful in that way. So, well, man, with almost any technical difficulty you could think of, and way later start and finish time than anticipated, we've done it, man. So thanks.
Of course.
Thank you so much for coming out and making the time. And to all those people watching, go for a fucking run, because we're about to go for a run. And thank you so much for listening, and thanks, Jermaine, for checking it out, man.
Having me.